Need them for tonight, those pens. Actually. Hi, Rianne. Hiya, Penny. I am super excited. I can't wait to show everyone. Oh, I so can't wait. So can't wait. I'm all excited about tonight's project. And oh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for it. Good evening, Julian. Good evening, Miss Dee. I hope I haven't left anybody out. I know, I can't wait to come. Right, I'll give it a few minutes for everybody to join. Can't wait. So, while I'm waiting for everybody to come in, while I'm waiting for everybody to come in, as you can, some of you might see, I've got a heap of scraps on my table. Some these are just scrap saris that I bought from Etsy. I bought like a pack, so I got these on my table, and I got my scraps. And my scraps, if anything I can do with my scraps, then I get all excited because I'm using my scrap materials. So I'm gonna make a very special project. I'm gonna be making, good evening, Sarah. I'm going to be making my own fabric. I'm going to show you what it looks like before I make it. Out of scrap material. So I'm going to be making a pink one, some fabric, and you can do as big or as small as you want to do. And I'm going to be try and do a gypsy one. We'll see where the gypsy one goes. But I've never done gypsy, so we'll see on that one. So that's freaking, because I can't take myself anymore because I've been sat here. Come on, 9 o'clock. Come on, hurry up, 9 o'clock. Hurry up. Right, and let me show you what it looks like. So let me move all this out of my way. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, right? So I made 2 up. So this is what the first one looks like. And it's literally material, and you can cut it up, you can use it. Love the little rose one. This one, Penny. Oh gosh, I'm going through my scraps now. I don't know which one. That one got roses on. If I use, you'll have to tell me that it's the right one. Good evening, Sarah. Good evening, Sarah. I think I've said good evening to you. Good evening, Miss Lisa. Like the little rose one. I like this one, and I like the green one a lot. That green one's more a canvasy material rather than cotton, but I do like it because it's sturdy and it doesn't move. So it's quite forgiving, as they say, when you're doing things because of the type of material it is. So I'm going to make my own fabric. This inspiration came about last night. About 2 weeks ago. I think I said it on a live, and I said, is there a way for me to keep my threads? And I said it to Angie, and I also said it to you, and everybody went, keeping your threads, there's a way. There's this way. So this is my fabric that you make, and it's so quick and easy to make up, and I'm going to make a bunch of them up. But I just made a sample just to show you that you can do whatever you want to do to it, and you can cut into it. Let me cut. So say I wanted to cut there. See, and it doesn't come apart at all because of the way it's sewed. You can go crazy with it. You can go whatever way you want to go with it. So that's what it looks like on the front. So, and that's what it looks like on the back. So it just depends on what way you wanted it to be. So that is what I'm making. And then once I've made some fabric up, I'm going to be showing you how to make these cute little flowers. Now these flowers are super flat. To give you an idea, I will show you something. They're super flat because when you put them inside a journal, it's not that thick that it's going to interfere with the pages. So they are super, super cute and adorable to make. I like I said, I'll show you how to make them. And where's my other little thing that I'm so excited to show you? So I was playing about earlier and I was like, oh, what else can I make with this? What else can I make with this? So I made a cute little house. I've made a cute little house, and that can go in a journal, in a book, whatever you want it to go. So I've made a cute little house, and it's even got like a triangle roof, and I've made a little door, and I've used the button as the window. Oh my god, they're so cute. Yes, Miss Rian, they are adorable. I am so in love. I'm going to bring you down. I'm in love with this fabric. I'm going to be making some more up after the live. But yes, that is why I'm so excited. I'm loving the flowers, Beth. Thank you, Lisa, sweetheart. Thank you, Sarah. Sorry. So yes, that is what I'm making. So I'm going to begin to show you how to make it, because you're probably thinking, scraps, where the heck do you go about? So what I'm going to do, love that little house. What I'm going to do is show you how to begin it off. Now you've seen that, but this is why I'm so excited and can't contain myself. I'm going to try. Now, everybody gets the choice. Would you like me to make a pink one, or would you like me to make a gypsy one? I'm hoping to make the two tonight. But what one would you ladies like to see? A pink one made up or a gypsy one? It's made the same way. It's just I want to make two. Good evening, Miss Paisley. This is what I'm doing tonight while I'm waiting on everybody to answer. I'm so excited. I'm making my own fabric. Good evening, Josephine, sweetheart. Making my own fabric. You can make it whatever way you want. There is no set rule to make these. And this came about with a little bit of inspiration about me saying, oh, I wonder whether I can keep these threads that I keep cutting off my machine and off my project. So it came about that way. Gypsy one, Dee Dee says, so the option is, would you like me to make the pink one first or gypsy one? Gypsy, 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 Dee Dee says. Wow, I love it. I know, I love it. That's why I'm so excited. And I've made these little flowers. So I'm going to show you how to make them. And I even, when I was waiting for everybody to come on, I even made a little house. All right, everybody's saying gypsy. So we'll make the gypsy one at first. So made in the exact same way. Now, with the gypsy one, had this fabric. This is tulle. So you need some sort of, to make the actual fabric and for your scraps for you to sew the scraps to, you need some kind of tulle. Now it can either be tulle that like this has got a pattern on, or it can be like clear tulle. Either way makes it up just the same. So I'm going to use this one now. Sophie gave me this, and Sophie gave me this about a year ago, and it's been sat in my desk, and I'm like, what shall I make out of this? And then I really wanted to make gypsy tonight, so that's what I'm using. So I'm going to make sure I've got the red and the brown leaf in. So I'm going to cut this down because I'm not going to make a big one. Although you could make a massive one up, and then you've got it then for all your projects. Oh my word, you wouldn't believe the excitement. Right. I've got 2 pieces here, but like I say, it depends on what size you want to make up. For that size I've just cut, because that's not a very big size. I had roughly, now it's the bigger the size, the bigger the piece of fabric. So this one I've got in my hand is the exact same size as I made this one up. So let me move this, and I can tell you then what that size was. 2, 4, 6 inches by 2, 4, 6, 5.5. The bigger you cut the tool, the bigger the fabric will be. The smaller you cut the tool, the smaller the fabric will be. Now, because I'm making everybody said gypsy, because I'm making a gypsy one up, I want to make sure, because this tool has got a bit of a pattern to it, I want to make sure I'm catching that pattern. So I've got a bigger piece on the bottom, and I'm just going to cut that piece down, but keeping that leaf in, and then I can cut that in half and make a small one. So like I say, totally up to you how you do this. But you need 2 pieces. So I'm just going to roughly cut. I'm not going to be particular about this at all. Roughly cut your 2 pieces, and they can go in your scraps and you can use them. I'm so excited. Right, okay. That has got a wrong side. So top piece and a bottom piece. The bottom piece stays on your mat, and then top piece stays to one side. So all I'm going to do now, oh my word, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to fish around, and I've got some bits and pieces in my tin, but other than that, I haven't got any. It's going to get a little bit messy. I can see this happening. I got some green. See any thin strips? I always keep them thin strips. And even Chris says you can't use that. Well, yes, you can. I'm so bit excited. Right, so you literally see I've got loads of like little green bits and pieces. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to put some white in. I've also got some like brown. These just came from a sari silk. I love scraps and tidbits of everything. I know. So, Claire, you're making me laugh. I know. I'm super excited. I was waiting for 9 o'clock to come on. I was like, come on, 9 o'clock. You're going so slow. Oh, my word. Right. I got some fabric. I might cut that a little bit down like that. I'm going to cut some more of this red one. And I believe gypsy colours are also green. So let's get a bit of green up. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, some green. I have a bit of yellow. Yellow. What other colours do I have? A bit of brown, possibly. A brown there. I'll put a little bit of pink in. I don't know what it'll do. See how I'm just not being particular about this? I've got that fabric. I don't know whether that'll go. I do have, however, this one. Oh my god, I can't wait for me to do this to show you. Right, and then let's put some more of these like little straggly ends in. Right, the more you add, the nicer your fabric's going to be. So don't be like frightened and think, oh, that's too full. It's not, trust me. It's not full enough. Right, and we're just going to move that there. And you don't have to be particular. You can just lump all your scraps on. And let me open this up. Let me see what else I've got. Bit of pink there. I have a bit of lace. Oh my word. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I can see what's in my jar. To keep some of my scraps in a jar. Some of them. I don't know whether it's gypsy enough, but we'll see how we go. Let me see if I've got any more colours. Oh, I so look at, oh, I got some. I don't like that piece of lace there. Don't know why, I just don't like it. Oh, I can't wait to show you. Yes, gypsy colours are all the colours including pinks. I know. I just getting really excited because I can't wait to show you all. Right. Now, by the side of me, I've got like little straggly threads. I'm going to bang them on because you can use absolutely anything for this. Right, and I'm going to put some more threads and then I'm going to show you how to sew it up. I don't want to do too much. Getting all the knot now, but oh. Right, okay, let me move everything out of the way so you can see. You have to forgive my table though, because it is a mess. Any bits like this you can also add. Like this is the end of the fabrics, you know, because these are, some of them are like sleeves. So you see where the binding is, so you can add them in if you wanted to. I'm just checking, I don't want to add any more. Right, as you can see, probably thinking, oh god, Claire, you're making a mess, but there. Right, I'm going to stop now, but you can go as much or as little as you want to go. There is no set rule to doing this. So I'm going to take my fabric, my tool, you place that on top of that, like sandwich it in, and then I'm using long pins. I'm going to use it. Using long pins to pin this in. You will need a few pins. I'm going to get my pins on my drawer. And I'm also using, before I forget, I did have threads and pins. I'm also using a quilter needle. Right, so literally just pin all this in. See how I got some there? So I'm going to add a little bit of, these are just from scrabbly ends from when I was making flowers. They're the leftovers. Ah, you are. A little bit more. So you sandwich it all in your tool. And I'm going to take one more. And I'm just going to pop him just in the center. Right. Oh, your table's not near the mess as mine. Oh, I think it is, Miss Dee Dee. I think if I showed you all, you would go, yep, that's a mess. Oh, a star top would love one of those. I use tile on the bottom and wash away stabilizing on the top. Oh, I missed all the conversation. Right, wait, I'm going to read some comments a minute because I've missed all the conversation. Oh, you crochet all the inner hole scraps, do you, Miss Dee Dee? Oh, if, oh, you're talking about, oh yes, she would be over the moon if we sent her scraps. I have so much. Oh, Josephine, I used to throw scraps away until I found Colette's channel. Now I keep everything. Oh, Gillian, you do make me smile. Oh, well, you know, perfect. Someone I know, namely Mrs. Collette, gave me some tool gold and silver polka dots on. Perfect for this. This is perfect, Brian. Absolutely pristine, perfect. Right, I'm going to flick you over to the, see, all my mess. I'm going to flick you over to the sewing machine. Now, like I say, anything goes when you're making one of these. Right, so I'm using a straight stitch. I have got like a contrasting pink. It changes the thread. It's the same thread, but it changes color as the more I stitch it. And then I've got the bottom is like a pinky kind of color. So all you're going to do to begin this is, I'm going to tuck all my bits and pieces in because I really want to catch them in my fabric, is you're going to sew all the way around the outside. So straight stitch, sew all the way around the outside. Don't go right to the edge, because if you do, your fabric will fall a little bit apart. So come in about, I've come in each way approximately about half an inch. Yeah, about half an inch I'll come in, I'd say. So all you're doing is just at the moment boxing your scraps in. So you sew all the way around the edges. Lift this up, press that down and sew. And this is just on a straight stitch, so you could hand stitch all this if you wanted to. That would look amazing too. Lift it up, turn it, I'm going to take a couple of these pins out as I go. Okay, so I've come back to the beginning. Oh. Right, come back to the beginning. So all now I'm going to do, push all this away, is I'm just going to go at an angle. So go from there to there, there to there. I'm going like making, I'll show you now. I call them diamond shapes because that's exactly what they are. One, two, three. So I'm not going like super close. I don't even have to be fussy with this kind of project with your sewing. So don't think I can't sew in a straight line, I can't do it. Yeah, you can. I'm going to make one more. Okay, so now looks like that. I've boxed it all in, and now I've got lines that come straight across. I can't see comments at the minute. Hi, Janet. Is she going to turn this into a three-piece suit? Well, Lisa, that's a good idea, you know. I could use my felting machine. Of course you could. There's, you know, you don't need a straight stitches for this. So I don't see why not. I don't see why not at all. You could even hand stitch. Hi, Sue. You could even hand stitch this. This is just, you know, this is not like I've only got a one type of machine I can't do, because you can. So I'm making that up there. I don't know how gypsified this will be. And then go one more round about here. and then I can show you then what I mean by diamond shapes. Okay, so I have made like little diamonds by just going in diagonal lines. So now what I'm going to do, as you can see, our fabric's quite puffy. When I showed you the piece right at the beginning, I'll get it again. That's really flat. So we need to get it from that to that. See the flatness? So to do that, you can have a bit of fun. So I'm going to stick my needle down, and I'm just going to pick any pattern you want on your machine and just have a bit of fun with it. I picked a zigzag, and I'm going to stop and cut, and I'm going to go here. Stop and cut, and then I'm going to pick by here and pick a different one. Same here, we buy those things. What are we like? Buy what? What'd you buy? Wow, that's me getting that out to have a go. Ah, oh, bless you. Yes, definitely, Josephine. You can do this with any machine. As long as you've got like different patterns, you can even hand stitch in it. I mean, I'm making it. I'm just having a bit of fun tonight. Just, you know, playing about. So I'm picking a different pattern now. Let's go with that one. I can show you then in a second what pattern this is. Okay, and then I'm going to go at an angle, pick a different one, and that's how you do it. Because we need to get it as flat as we can possibly get it. Because the flatter it is, the better it is, and the more less likely it is when for it not to fall apart. Can you see it starting to go flat? I'll show you now what I mean. Okay, let's do another one here. Okay, so far that's what I've got. So I need to tackle these little bit of bumps. So I've got some here and I've got some there and I've got some up here, but it is starting to get flatter. It doesn't take very long to form the shape at all. And the other thing I did earlier was I flipped the fabric the other way because I've got dark pink at the bottom, and I went over patterns I've just created. Then I'll add two different colours. So I'll add dark pink on the top, and a different colour on the bottom. I'm going to read the comments now. What machine are you using, Claire? It's a Singer. I can't. Somebody's asked me this before. I can't remember the numbers. It is a Singer machine. It's an electric machine. But I do know with any machine, you know, I had a manual before this, and what I'm doing now, I can do on my manual machine. But it's a Singer machine. I can't remember the numbers. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit here. And you can also free motion. Thought so. Oh, thank you, Josephine. Yes, it's I love my machine. So where I've got these bumps and I haven't gone over it, I'm just going to use a normal straight stitch. Get it to go down. Okay, so you'll see where you need to sew. There's some there I need to sew, and that's about roughly about it. Turning my fabric because to give me like a spiral. So that's all flat now. So it's a yes, it does do embroidery, but it's a quilting machine. It does do free motion. It does free motion. It's basically a Singer quilting machine. It does embroidery on there, quilting, alphabets, numbers. I got free motion on it. You name it, it's on there. But yeah, it does. It is a quilting machine. It is electric Singer quilting machine. So that is now flat as a pancake, and that's basically it. So I'm going to show you in a second how we get from there to make that, and to also make our house and our flowers. But before I do, let's make a pink one. Let's make a pink one. So that is basically your fabric done, and you can go crazy with it. You can hand stitch it. So we're going to make an ordinary one now with pink tulle. So with a pink tulle, I'm not going to make a huge big one, this one, or perhaps I will, I don't know. Like I say, you need a top and a bottom, and then you literally just pile it on. So I have, let's see, make another one. So I have Chris, Heath. Chris, Heath needs to go at the back.
Heath, come on, mate.
So I'm going to layer this up now and just keep layering until I get my effect I want. So I'm just going to put pinks on and see where we go. And then I'm going to show you so you can use your threads. Aha! You can use your threads. So I'm going to use some of my threads on this. And see, the pieces I cut earlier that I had to cut it down. You can use it on this. Move these. And let's get some fabrics on there. Let me see what I got over here. Oh, I have this fabric. This is the fabric I made that tilde doll out of. Oh my word. I love this project. So excited. I have some pink fabric. I have some of this fabric. And I also I have loads of scrap bags, and you wouldn't believe how many scrap boxes I have in this room. I have a brother's machine that does all this, but I also have a Hughes Quaverna tops, which is the top range of them. There's all kinds of things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Angie does quilting too. Remember I made your mat out of it? Right. So I'm just going to make a little one by here now. And what I did earlier was, when I was making this up, I was like, oh, what else can I make out of it? What else can I make out of it? And I came to the thought of a pin cushion. Because it's so thick, because I'm making this out of various different fabrics, I could make a pin cushion out of it. Because I wouldn't need to, what am I trying to say? I wouldn't need to pad it or anything. You can see it's really layering up nice. Just I'm gonna look to see if I got anything else I want to add. Oh, I've got some lace. And you don't have to cut up like I am. It's just I wanted to make a pink one and then a gypsy one, sort of, so to speak. Right, let me see if I have. Oh, I got some more threads. Pink threads. I have, see, I keep all my little bits and pieces. These are what I cut off the one I made earlier. I know. I'm so excited. We'll make lovely small projects, maybe make up. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Because of the thickness of it, because I folded it in half. This is the one I made earlier. Because of the thickness of it, I thought, well, that's really thick. And that would, like, you could put pins in. You could make a wash bag. Yeah, you could, man. Because of the thickness of it, you can make anything you wanted to make out of it. But yes. I'm just stacking all this up now because I want to see what else I can add. I've got some pink there. I think I can add some more. Like I say, the more you add, the more fabric you'll get. Okay, I think that's roughly me done. Okay, sort of. Okay, right. I'm going to put everything away. Put everything away. Right, okay. This is Angie's seam binding she made me. So, because I used some of it, and this is what I had. That I was frightened to use it actually. I'm going to pop that in there, Ange, because it's pink. There. Right. This is my green tool. Green tool, pink tool. Try again, Colette. And with the same, with the other one, you pin it all in place. I'm only making a small, you know, ones tonight, but you can make it as big or as little as you want it to make it. See with this bit now, I could add more to that because it's not actually, that's better. So pin it all down till you've got that. Move all this up my way. We might make another one now because this doesn't take long. I love pink, a scrappy concept considering I used to be a full on got. Oh my word, Lisa. That's my mess again. I've always loved pink. I like when people do gothic things. Like I was watching, who was I watching the other day? I was watching Shaz, who is Crafted Seasons, and she made this beautiful gothic horse. Absolutely beautiful the way she had done it. But see, I could never sit and make something gothic. It just doesn't come to mind. So all the way around like we just did. Take out my pins out as I go. go all the way to the edge either, because with this, if you went all the way to the edge, you might find that it'll get caught, because it's loose material, it might get caught in your machine. You could, if you were hand sewing, I suppose. I'll just take that pin out because I don't want that to go. Okay, and like I did with that one, straight stitch and make my diamond shapes. And help your fabric to sit flat if you think, oh, it's coming up. Pull it down each side. And you might make, I think what I will do tonight is make a project out of this. I got something in mind that I wanted to make, and it's something I have mentioned while I've been making, and it's a pin book. So I might make a pin book out of this pink material. Not a pin book, a little needle book, only a very small one. Yes, that's what I want. Right, now go the other way. So it probably needs about this line and another line going straight across. That line straight across. Okay. Now I've created my lines. You probably can't see them. Oh, you can see them on that side. I'm going to do my patterns. So I'm going to turn it the other way. And I'm going to start with my jiggity zack stitch. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go just there. And then I'm going to choose something else. And you can also, I might do to this one while it's in my mind. Choose another stitch. And you can also change the thread, gives you a different effect again. So I'm going to do this stitch, and I'm going to do it down here, and then I'm going to change the thread for you to see what it looks like with different threading. Hi, Alona, sweetheart. Right, okay, so I'm going to change the thread. Now I have a purple, I have green, what other colours do I have? Brown, no, pink. Right, so what colour would you like? There's only the 3 choices, and we're going to change the top thread, not the bottom. So we're going to keep the bottom thread pink, and this is to change the top one. So what one would you like me to sort of create with? I'm going to do my next pattern. Purple, green, or brown? Rian said green. Anybody else? Sometimes I wear purple just for a change. Oh, bless you. Hi, Alona, sweetheart. Looks like it has more thread than fabric. Yes, this is. It has, but it's in the fabric. I'll show you now. It has. This is what I've just created. That's what we've got so far. But I'm doing a pink one. It has got thread, but it's not anything that you can cut. It's actually in the fabric. Everybody's saying green, green, green. Okay. So let's change the top green. And guess what? I get to keep this thread. Oh my word. Right, let's change the top to green. So I'm going to push that down there. Bring that up. Oh, bring that up, down. Okay. Get to keep my thread again. Oh my word, the small things. Right, okay. So I'm just gonna literally stitch a couple of stitches with this. And let's go down that way. And I'm going to go here, actually go there. And that's, I got a little bit to go there. You'll see where you've got to stitch it because you'll see the bumps. I'm going to go straight stitch again. And I'm going to go zigzag stitch here. I like my zigzag stitch. And switch it that way. Turn it the opposite way. And choose another one. Oh, my honeycomb stitch. I'm going to do this stitch and then I'm going to show you how to create it into, I'm going to do a little needle book. That's what I'm going to do out of this and make those flowers. So, like I say, you'll see where you've got to go. If it's raised, that's where you've got to sew. That bit there is a little bit raised, but everything else is sewn. So all I'm going to do, just to finish it off, is do a straight stitch back and forth. Cut this, and then that is our pink one done. Tighten you all up. Right, that's our pink one done. Okay, that's the thread I used to begin with. You see it's pink, but as you sew it, it'll give you different shades. Okay, so here comes the exciting bit. So that's the pink one, and my thread does cut for me, but it won't cut the starting thread. It cuts the end thread. So if there's any threads that you want to cut off, like I want to cut them off, and I get to keep all these. Oh my word, how exciting. I'm super excited. Should have seen the messages I sent Sarah before tonight. Like, Sarah, I'm going live. I'm all excited. Sarah, I'm going live. Sarah, are you there? I'm going live. Are you there, Sarah? Are you there? I'm going live. I'm going live, Sarah. I got something really exciting to show you. I got something exciting to show you. Oh, I'm so excited. Right. Right, let me see if that's it. Get to keep that. Right, okay, so we've made two. One I'm going to make into a little pin book. Needle book, not pin book. What am I on about? A needle book. And the other I'm going to do some flowers out of. let me just cut these starting threads off. Oh my word. I was super excited. Super. Right. So it looks like there's loads of threads on there, but it actually isn't. There's only a couple stragglers. You could leave them on there if you wanted to. There's nothing saying you've got to cut them off. Might leave the ones I got on there on. Right, okay. My two. So we're going to make one into a pin book and one I'm going to show you. Two little flowers and how to make a little mini house to go into your journals or anything you want. So I'm going to show you how to do them in a second. So what one is my next question? I'm so excited. What one shall I make into the flowers? And I will read the comments. What one would you like me to make into the flowers? The pink one or the gypsy? Is it moho? No, it's not moho. Not mojo. What they call it? Mo something. Everybody's saying pink. She did. I got 5 hashtags. You did, Sarah. Right, everybody's saying the pink one. Right, I'll make them into the flowers. Here is the ruler, and I'm going to push all my scrap fabrics to one side. And I'll be making more of these after. Moho, is that it? Is that how you pronounce it? Moho? That's what this reminds me. It's more moho, I would have said, than gypsy, but then again, I've never made anything gypsy. So this is the reason why you don't go right to the edge. And guess what? You get to keep all this to reuse it again. Moho. Thank you, Gillian. Thank you, Lisa. So you get to keep all them all over again. Move all them out the way. And that's quite thick. I mean, you know, that's not, it's not gonna go through any. Oh, come on. There's that. But boho. Is it boho? What am I saying? Moho. Boho. Oh God, you know all of what I mean. You should know me by now. I make my own words if I can't remember what it is. Right. So I'll cut that section off. That is going to be our little pin book. It's perfect size for a little pin book. Needle book, should I say. So we're going to do some more to that in a second. So that's that. Now, this is the one we're going to make flowers out of to put on our pin book. Pin book. Move all these out the way. And don't forget, you can reuse all this all over again. That's the best thing about it. Right. And your stitches will stay in there. They won't come out. This is why I say don't go right to the edge of your tool, because if you do, you're not going to be able to. It'll do two things. It'll either catch in your machine because you're using small pieces of fabric, lace, whatever you want to use, or what else was I going to say? Or you won't be able to straighten it out, to speak, sort of to speak. Right, so I've done the exact same thing as I've done with that little pin book. I'm going to move this up the way. Actually, oh my word, I'm throwing sellotape. Next I'll be throwing everything. Right, so that's the pink one. That is the little needle book that we're going to make into something now. So to make these flowers, I have got some buttons to do the top. So how you make the flowers is, I put that back and I really need it. Right, you cut this in half. Now bearing in mind this is, before I cut it in half, it is roughly about 6 inches. So I made one of these earlier and I got 2 flowers and the mini house out of it, and I also got this left over, so I could sew that, I could sew it on. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't worry if you think you haven't got enough, because like I say, the bigger the tool, the bigger your fabric will be. I use my scissors for that. Okay, this is how you make the flowers. And like I say, these are small enough to fit into a journal. Right, this is my too small. Cut it in half again. But this time I'm using a scissors, not a ruler and a cutter. Okay, and all I did to make those flowers, actually I think my piece that I started off with might have been a bit bigger than 6. I'm going to get 2 little petals out of this. So round these corners off is the first thing. I haven't cut it yet. So my piece at the minute is that. Then cut this in half. You get your piece. Now if you think your petals are a bit too big, which I think mine are, cut that down. Don't throw that out because we'll come back to that. That is the piece to make your house with. Round these corners off, and I have got 2 rounds. Now the next piece I'm gonna cut down. Right, so I want my petal, the next petal, to be a bit bigger than the one I've cut, because this is the in, that circle there is the in circle for the inside of my button. Hi Joy, sweetheart. So put the smaller circle on top so you know where you are. Round your corners off. And I'm going to just bring that down ever so slightly. I'm going to cut that down as I go. Okay. And then that gives you your 2 petals. And then what I did then, I used this as my template to make my second flower. Like I say, any pieces like this can go back into making another one. Okay. So we have 2 big circles and 2 medium ones. We also have half of this left over, and I have 2 of these little pieces that I said don't throw up, because that's your next piece. You need a needle and you need thread. Now I have got, and I don't know where it's come from. Hi Joy, sweetheart. I've got really strong thread. I haven't got a clue where it's come from. it was just appeared all of a sudden in my stash. So I've been using this. Now you're going to need something strong because you're going to go through your laser fabric, and even though it doesn't look thick, it is thick because you've gone through all your scraps and all different things. So you'll need a strong fabric. So what I did was, because I always struggle with a needle, especially at night, because my hands swell up and that's where I struggle. Does she spend all day and night on Pinterest? I don't know where I come up with these ideas. Everybody asks me that. You wouldn't want a day in your life of Colette. Honestly, you would not. What I've done is I've slipped the needle just through the top. I haven't taken it at the back. I've just slipped it through the top. Pull it. I've doubled my thread up because that's the only way I can knot it. Some people can roll a knot at the end of their thread and do without it. No, I can't. I always get blinking wrapped up. Right. So pick the back. So whatever you want your front to show. So I'm gonna go with this side because I like where the edge is taken. I got a bit of green. So because my thread is on the wrong side, I'm going to go through the middle, take another one. Now, you know when I did the first cut, that's come from the same piece. Then this has come from the second piece. Mix them up. It's my best tip to you. Mix them up so you get a small one and you get a big one, and then maneuver them around till you're happy wherever they go. I might cut a little bit off the inner circle a second. I'm going to pull that right through. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut a smidgen off so I see the back a bit more. There, so I see the back a bit more. And then you can shape then this. My thread is still on my needle. I haven't gone anywhere with my thread, but you can shape this to whatever you want it to be. So that's going to be my first flower. Don't throw these pieces away because you'll need them in a second. Okay. Pull this up. What are you making, Joyce? I am making some flowers. I've made my own fabric. So this is the fabric I've just made, and I've just made that pink one. So I'm made my own fabric out of scraps. So I'm making these flowers, and then once I finish making those flowers, I'm going to be making this little house because I had to make a house. But yes, that's what I'm making, sweetheart. So I'm going to bring my needle up through the middle. Now I've got some buttons. Of course I have. And I'm just going to use one of these buttons on there. Let's use a flower one for a change. Oh, no, don't stab yourself, Colette. Wait now. Come on. Where are you? There you are. Push that through the back. And like I say, these flowers are flat enough to go on in a journal. I'm going to push that through one more time before I knot it on the back. And push that through. And then I'm just going to knot that on the back. And that's my first flower. Like I say, you can cut that down to make it more round. You can do whatever you want to do. I always think that every time I make flowers, I never land up, I could use the same materials, I could do it the same day, I could do it the same second, but I never land up with the same flower looking exactly the same. I just, for whatever reason, it just doesn't happen. I cut this down because I've got a loop there, so I'm just going to knot this and then I'm going to cut it off. And I'm also going to be making, out of that fabric that I've just made, the one I haven't cut into, a small needle book. Come on. No, wrong way. There. Okay, so there's my first flower. Like I say, keep these were just the ends off. And then this is my second flower. I'm just gonna cut that down there. And put some more thread on my needle. Like I say, I have no idea where this thread's come from. Absolutely not a Scooby-Doo. One day I went into my box and there it was. So I have not got a clue where it's come from. And yes, Sarah, of course I have buttons. Why wouldn't I? That's a stupid question. Yep. Buttons are definitely out. Oh my word. Do you know what? I don't think I've got an obsession, you know. I don't think I've got an obsession with buttons. I just know I have. Oh my word, give me strength. Right. So I'm going to poke that through the middle. Turn it to wherever I want to turn it to, and then I'm going to give this about 2-3 stitches. Like you say, none of the threads on the edges are going to come out at all because that's where we've done all the stitches on the machine, so it won't come out even if somebody stood there tried to pick them out. It's not going to come out. I have an obsession with diamonds. Do you have an obsession with diamonds, Mrs. G? Right. There's my thing. I'm going to keep them to one side. Right, my button. I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, well done, Colette. Wrong way. There we are. I'm going to make the little house, show you how to make that little house because I think that's adorable. And I'm really looking forward to putting that in a journal. You know what you're all going to get now for Happy Meals and Swaps? My own fabric. So you're all going to get from now on fabric. And Chris, oh my word, he bought me something amazing today. I did a craft video with Miss Rian where we made some things with pressed flowers they were, and we run them through the laminator. And I've been watching and seeing Pinterest, and I was like, oh, I wish I had a laminator to do this, and I wish I had a laminator to do that. Well, where was we today? We were out shopping for food, and Chris went, well, come on then, he said. I said, what do you mean, come on? He said, well, come on, let's go and get your laminator. And what? I said, what? Now? He said, yeah, come on. I said, I can't get the laminator. So off he went with the trolley, and I'm like, he's winding me up. he's got to be having a giraffe. And he said, right, is this what it is? This one what you want? I was like, yeah. So I got a laminator. So I was all excited today. I've been excited all day because I got that, and I'm using this project for my scraps. And I was thinking, oh, well, if I press some flowers in a laminator, and then I could add these fabrics to the end of the laminator, creating a page. So there's the buttons. So how to make, there's the little flowers, how to make that little house. Easy peasy. You take a strip, wherever strip you want from your fabric, any strip, doesn't necessarily have to be straight. And you take one of these pieces. Now, like I say, this is why I kept them. You then sew the top piece to the bottom piece. And then you can, well, it's totally up to you how you do it. I think this time I'm going to add a bit of lace for my door. Instead of sewing my door on. See how much I've got left? I've probably got enough, I would imagine, to make another flower. There. So there's that. I'm going to tie that in now, so I can cut this off and then show you how to create the door and the window. The window is a button. That's easy peasy. Okay. Oh, let me tie it flat first. Oh. Okay. Right, so there's the roof to your house. Then all I did was shape it so it was more of a triangle. Then it's totally up to you then how you go about making your window and your door. This one's obviously a bigger house, so it's going to be a bigger window and door. I think I'm going to sew that button on, and then I'll show you how to create the door. Actually, I don't know whether, is that better? I don't know whether that's better because I've zoomed in a little bit more for you all. So you can use absolutely anything. You could even, and I was thinking about this when I was doing it earlier, you know paper flowers. You could even add paper flowers to this and put them underneath your window. You could do whatever you wanted to do to make this little house. Right, let's sew this button on, but I'm going to go a different way with it because if I go that way, it's not going to look like a window. Better. I'll give it one more stitch, and then that's my window in. is touching the roof, but needless to say, that's my window in. If you made a row of these, they would look really cute on a card, maybe. I honestly think you could do a picture using your main piece as the background and using your small pieces to create a scene. It would make a stunning piece of art. Oh, now that's a really good idea, Lisa. Oh, we could do that in the pin book, really, couldn't we? Now that's a good idea. Actually, we will. Right, I'm going to tie this off. I've given it a few stitches so it shouldn't come undone. But you can make a few of these and make a row of houses. Who's to say you couldn't? I'm going to tie this off. Right, and then the door. Well, the door for that, the one I made, this one, is made out of just some cotton, and it's just the way I've sewn it. But you could create the door out of anything. I'm going to create my door a bit different to what I've just done there. And I'm going to use, there's the house, the window's a bit off center. Right, so the door. Now, I did a bit of cotton, green cotton, but because I've got green running here, I think it wouldn't tie in a little bit. So I am looking around, tot head. I am looking around to see if I could create my door. It needs to be something see-through. Wait a second. Oh, I've just had a thought. I have got these. Oh yeah, I've got these flowers. And this is off a sari, just a sari silk with these flowers in them. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to roughly just cut all the way around. And I'm going to do my door just there, like so. I'm going to sew that in on my machine. So give me a minute and I can show you. So it's like a little fairy door. There is my little door. Ah! So there, see, Elisa's right. You can create like a scene of them. Right, let me put these buttons in. And then I'm going to create our little needle book. There's the lid. There's the lid. Okay, so this is our one that we did using like different cheese. And I'm going to fold it. Decide which side I want first. Do I want that side? Do I want that side? I think I'm going to want that side. And I'm going to get a piece of felt. I think I've even got a scrap bit of felt. You are a piece of felt. I'm going to cut that down so it's straightish. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to make little compartments. I'm going to sew that there so that opens. Could have been better straight cutter than that, Colette. So that opens like so. And then the other one I'm going to do that opens downwards. So let's have good night, Lorna, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. You can make trees and stitch birds in the sky. Exactly. I do enjoy listening to your thought process. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I do always think I like to take you sort of not in my head because that would be scary, but I always like to think that I like to take you what I'm thinking and how I'm sort of thinking it. So I'm doing this roughly and not doing it straight at all. So there's that one. That'll open like so. And then the other one, I'm just going to sew that way. Before I sew it, I've just had a thought. I want to put a tie on my open. I want to put a tie on my pin book. I've got the perfect tie. No, it's not that one. Green or pink? I think purplish pink. There's my tie. So the reason I stopped is because thank you, Clep, for sharing these beautiful ideas. Gonna have a little go. Crap. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You're very welcome, my love. I'm just glad it inspired you all. I was super excited, as you can see, to share this with you all. I'm really excited. So I'm really glad I inspired you. Okay, so I have one tie there, and I'm just about to tie this one. I'm going to just tie it there, but I'm going to hide that with a bit of a button. Okay. So let me show you what I've done. So these open a bit like a fabric journal, really. Exactly what it is. Oops. Right. That opens there. That opens there. I can tie it like so. And then Lisa mentioned, I think she did, about doing like a little mini seam. So I think I will. And then I'm going to put pop one of these buttons on the inside. Good night, Josephine. I'm nowhere near your head, Claire. Oh, what bless you. What's going on in my own head? It'll bless you. Good night, Josephine. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart. Good night, Lorna, sweetheart. Thank you for popping in. So I'm going to sew, as Lisa mentioned, because I like the idea of me using these houses. I'm going to sew them on here with a straight stitch. I'm going to make sure that I miss that button. There's one. the other one? There's 2. See how you can be creative. Okay. Oh. Where is everybody from? That's a good point, Joyce. So you're in Louisiana, USA, and it's 4:25 in the afternoon. Wow. Where is everybody else watching me from? And what is the time? I always like to mention that on my lives, but last week I forgot to ask you all, and this week I forgot. So yeah, it is coming through the other side, but it just gives you the back of the houses, which I quite like. I'm going to add my flower in, which I'll add my flower just here, sidewall when I want. I'm going to add that one. So let's add it. So everybody's saying Wales, UK, 26 minutes past, 26 minutes past 10. 10. Lisa said 27 minutes past 10. Oklahoma, oh wow, 4:30. London, wow, everybody's watching me from all over tonight. Thank you, ladies. I do appreciate it. Right, I'm going to sew this now in here. I'm going to start my stitch off though. Really small. So I can get my thread going. I like this idea, Lisa, of using the houses and creating a scene. Lancashire, UK. Wow, 10. Right, I'm gonna. Oh, make sure I don't catch it on anything else. Don't particularly want to sew that second layer of the flower because it will, if I do that, it will be a flat flower, and I want it to have some sort of a depth. I like. Oh, I'm so liking this. Oh my word, I'm going to be making more fabric. I'm just going to be cutting up fabric so I can have it for scraps to make this fabric up. I'm nearly there. And the best bit about it is I have some fabric left over from that pink. So I could, if I wanted to, make another flower. But yeah, how cool is that? Right, I've come to the end. I'm going to tie this off on the other side. And I would have said, right, I'm getting my lace up. I'm going to add some lace, but I don't think I am, because I think if I start adding lace, it's going to take away from the fabric that I've just created. So I'm not going to add lace, but that's not to say that you couldn't, or that you could, you know, that's not to say you couldn't, just because I'm not adding lace, that's not to say you couldn't. But if you give this a go, please let me know. Please let me know if you do a video, and I would love it if you did a video. But if not, let me see a picture of it somehow on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, or via my email address. Let me know how you got on, whether you've done it by hand or on a machine, and what your, if you've chosen to add add houses, what did your houses turn out as? I would love to see. So that is my pin book. Needle book. I keep calling it pin book. It's not a pin book, it's a needle book. And it's got a bit of a tie on the side. There. How cool is that? So I've got fabric left over, and I've got another one of these for the top of the roof if I wanted to make another one. I've also got 3 flowers that I've created. I've also got this left over from the one I made earlier, and I've got this left over as well. The loads, and you can sew these together. Imagine if you sewed these together and you made a big heap thing. But yes. Hi Sam, sweetheart. I'm okay. I've been making my own fabric, getting my scraps out. So what could be any better than that? And I've been so excited because I got all my scraps out and I made my own fabric. So yeah, please give this a go. And let me know if you've created these little houses and these adorable little flowers. Like I said, these are flat enough to go in a journal and they would not affect your pages. Because look, you would put them in a journal, say there, you would shut it. It's not going to affect your pages in your journal because they're super flat. Super flat. Oh, thank you, Sam. Thank you so much, my darling. So yeah, I'm so excited I've done that. Shared it with you all. Let me know if you give this a go. Let me know if you do a video. Let me know if you've done any houses, how many houses you've added, how you've done it. Please let me know. Honestly, I would love to know what it turns out and how yours turned out. So I'll show it the complete little pin book I have. So there's the front with the 2 adorable houses, our flower. There's the back. And bearing in mind, none of these fabrics or laces or anything like that is going to come undone. When you open it out, this flips down. So you see the back of the houses. You can put some pins in. And that's not going to come through the side. Or you can put some pins in there. And that's not going to come through the other side. Can't feel it because it's so thick. But yes, I've had so much fun creating this for you tonight. So much fun. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for being in my craft room and creating with me tonight. I've had, like I say, a ball creating this, and I am so going off to make some more. And definitely make some more. But don't forget, you can make it out of absolutely anything. As long as it's like a see-through tool or something, then you're good to go. You're really good to go. Super, using my scraps. Oh, bless. Oh, bless you. Good night, Janet. Good night. I'm going to go and create some more fabric because I'm just like buzzing. I want to create some more. I'm going to go and I'm signing off early tonight because I want to make some more. And I will love and leave you all to next week. But I really do hope you've had a lot of fun watching me and being with me tonight. I've had super fun. And those houses, I'm in love. I'm just in love. Got my grandbabies tonight. Oh, bless you, Sam. Oh, bless you. Challenges. Oh, do I know of any? Yes, I do. I know of one, and that is the lovely Sam. She's got a challenge going on to make a journal. Please pop on over to Sam's channel, The Scottish Crafter. I can't remember when it's got to be in by or what you've got to do. I think you can make it in any size really, but it's to make a journal, and that is the only challenge I know of. There might be more, but that's the only one I know of. But like I say, huge shout out to you all. Thank you all for being with me tonight. Thank you for all your lovely comments and your thumbs up, and I will catch up with you all in next week's live. Good night, ladies. God bless, and I will catch up with you all in next week at 9 o'clock next Friday. Bye. Bye for now, ladies. Bye.